I'm Nathan Nolan, Mr. Drink and Eat. This is part 2 of a press trip I took last year to Slovenia. Last time, we had just arrived in the northeast of this tiny wine powerhouse, the Podravje region, and more specifically, Jerusalem Ormoz, home of our hosts, P&F Wineries. Our first stop was the cottage tasting room and vineyards at Malek. Rather fittingly, the vineyards to the south of this historic cottage grow Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, and Pinot Blanc, which go into making their Gomila range of sparkling wines. Produced in the Charmat method, it's decent entry-level fizz, but I was more impressed with some test bottles made in the Champagne method from Pinot Noir and Ferment. We were whisked to the hotel where we tasted local wineries De Very Pax and Verus. Standards from both were very high, but Verus' Sauvignon Blanc I found particularly special. The region also produces fine products from pumpkin seeds, including pesto and a wonderfully rich, nutty oil. It had a marked effect on Christina, one of our hosts. Dinner was at our hotel, the Dvorak Jerusalem, and featured P&F's Gomila Gold Label single vineyard range. We began with a wonderful, unusual match of tunka, local ham, with horseradish cream served with shipon, aka ferment. Matt was certainly a fan. Next was a delicious pairing of asparagus risotto with their Chardonnay that just kept evolving in the glass. The main was veal with a celery puree, which loved the smoky minerality of their Sauvignon Blanc. Dessert was local buckwheat cake and pumpkin parfait, served with a late harvest lasky or Welsh Riesling. I preferred the wine to the cake. The next day, our first stop was at the P&F Ormoz cellar. Spiral staircases connect the 7 floors of tanks and cellars dug into a hillside, the scale of which rivals any Bond film. Deep underground, there was an Aladdin's cave of their archive or old vintages. We tried a few of them, but the crown jewel was an intoxicating 1971 Pinot Blanc, or Belly Pinot. P&F is a big operation, so we went on to their second cellar at Ljutomer, where after a tour, we tried a wide range of some of their more commercially available wines, all of which were whites, from their excellent dry ferment to a tasty semi-sweet tropical Gewürztraminer. All that tasting had made me hungry. Lunch was at Gostilna Ribic, on the banks of the Drava River, in the unfortunately named Ptuj, Slovenia's oldest village. A tasty pink sparkler by Pulis kicked us off with our first course of smoked ham, curd cheese, and those memorable pumpkin seeds. We stayed with Pulis and their oaked Pinot Blanc. It was okay, but lacked a bit of depth and concentration. A bit of theater for the second course, mushroom soup served in bowls of bread. For mains, we cracked Puklevet's and Friends' only red wine, a classic blend of Cab Sav and Merlot. Juicy, spicy, easygoing barbecue wine that went fine with our chicken and veal en croûte, which was edible enough. Dessert, a visual delight, chocolate fondant, raspberry coulis, sorbet in tuile, was much enjoyed by yours truly. Though Jane fancied her P&F's late harvest Renina to her pudding. This dunya, or quince digestive, rounded off our farewell lunch nicely indeed. I tried some excellent wines while I was in Slovenia, and as we raced to the airport through this land of vines, seaside, rolling green hills, multicolored forests, cozy villages, pointed spires, and snow-capped mountains, I recognized I'd been somewhere unique and special.